Capricorn, and welcome to Wild Magnolia Tarot. My name is Maddie, and this is going to be your weekly reading for whenever you see this video. From now on, all my weeklies are timeless, so whenever you see it, whenever you feel compelled to watch it, is probably when it's right for you. A few disclaimers: this is a general reading and cannot possibly resonate with everyone, so please take what does resonate, leave what does not, and if none of it resonates, that's okay. This one might not be for you. You can check out one of the readings for one of your other signs, sun sign, rising sign, or if you know anything about sidereal astrology, you might check out the reading for your sidereal sign, which is usually one right before your tropical sign. Anyway, you can check out one of those, or you can go check out some of the many beautiful, brilliant, talented readers on this platform who may have something more attuned to your situation this week. This reading, or this video, rather, is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a doctor, lawyer, physician, therapist, counselor, financial expert, etc. I'm just a girl with a passion for the tarot, and anything that I say resembling advice is based solely on my own opinions, my knowledge and experiences, my interpretations of the cards, and any little bits and pieces that might resonate with me. What in the world am I saying? I forgot my line. Any little bits and pieces that might occur to me intuitively throughout the reading. Okay, there we go. I think I was moving too fast and I tripped. Mentally, I tripped. Okay. If this does resonate, by the way, if you do enjoy it and you'd like to see more, remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the notification bell so that you can get notified when I upload videos in the future. And if you have any kinds of readings that you'd like to see me do on my channel, themed readings, pick a cards, anything that you would like a specialized reading on any topic, leave that in the comments. I'd love to see your suggestions and implement them in future readings. And if you have any comments that you just want to leave, if it resonates and you want to share, feel free to do that as well. I love hearing from people. And I usually have a chance to respond to all of my comments. So if you'd like to share, if you'd like to just drop in and say hi, whatever, I love it. Drop in the comments. Okay, so with all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and we'll get started with our theme cards for this week. We're going to start out with the Hanged Man in reverse. Did I mention this is for Capricorn? Oh, Lord, help us now. So we have the Hanged Man in reverse. So there's something that needs to be released here, okay? Really associate the Hanged Man with a sense of surrender, okay? Surrendering your perceived control over things that you may not actually have control over. Letting go of, the way things are at present, or letting go of, anything that is holding you back, taking pause, and, really evaluating yourself, your life, your current situation, in order to gain clarity on what's going on around you and how you can best move forward. So when I see the Hanged Man in reverse there, it kind of tells me that you're kind of clinging, you're kind of hanging to something that, may not be right for you, may not be good for you, okay? Really holding on to something that you need to let go of. But we'll get more into that as we get more cards on the table, of course. More information is always good. So the next card, we have an archetype card here, Student, okay? Light attributes, humility and devotion to knowledge, openness to lifelong learning. And then shadow attributes, arrogance in the pursuit of destructive knowledge, unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. So I'm kind of feeling that here, okay? That unwillingness to translate knowledge into action. It's one thing to be aware of something. It's one thing to, let's say you've got something going on in your life right now that's holding you back, that's not allowing you to move forward, and you don't want to release it, you don't want to let it go, you don't want to move on from it, okay? But you have the knowledge, it's not good for you, it's not right for you at the very least, okay? But you're not yet willing to take action on that knowledge. And perhaps it's because there's still some reflection you need to do. You just need a little more clarity. You need a little more understanding. You need to reconnect to your sense of direction, your inner compass, all right? So the student always has more to learn, no matter how old you get, no matter how much schooling you do. You are always a student. We are all always students of life in this body, on this earth, in this lifetime, okay? So being willing to learn and being willing to utilize the information and the knowledge that you obtain through the learning process is going to be very important for you guys in the near future or at present moment, okay? The next card that we have is the Gambler, okay? Light attribute, willingness to follow intuition even when others doubt you. Shadow attribute, relying on luck rather than hard work. So for now, we're going to let that one lie, and then we'll come back to it based on what cards we get aside from that. But when I see the Gambler coming out with the Student and the Hanged Man in reverse, it could also be that, you keep placing your bets basically on something that you know is done and over with, or you keep pushing for something that isn't right for you. You keep betting because it is, the Gambler. Like, it just feels like maybe you've put all your eggs in one basket, okay? And it's a basket that is unreliable and not aligned with who you are as a person authentically, and yet you still keep investing all of yourself, all of your energy, all of your time into something that has already proven not to serve you and will continue not to serve you, right? So it's all about achieving balance in that respect of, what are you putting yourself into? What are you putting your time and your energy into? Is it good for you? And going back to that Student card, are you really learning your lessons here and applying them to your actions, your behaviors, and your decisions as you move forward? So again, we'll come back to that. Next card we have is the Gem. Okay, so this is something, it's something beautiful. It is something that has developed over a long period of time. When I see the Gem or cards that are about crystals or anything of that nature, I'm really seeing an emphasis on patience, okay? Something that grows, something very beautiful that grows naturally over these really long periods of time under great amounts of pressure, okay? So, like that saying, diamond in the rough, okay? That is you, that is all of us. That's a really good representation of just the human condition, I feel like. And so you may be feeling stuck or feeling like things aren't going anywhere, but there is a lot of work being done on you internally. There is a lot of growing that's happening for you right now and really at all times, okay? You just may not be seeing any results right now that you would like to see, but we're going back to that Hanged Man in reverse again. It's because there's something that you haven't released that is holding you back, okay? So the next card we have is Rain, and above it says Fecundity, and this card to me is, the message is the seeds that you water will grow, okay? Rain can also be very cleansing as well as nourishing, so I can take this kind of literally as well, where you may need to be focusing on staying hydrated and just kind of taking care of your body in general, period. But this is also like, when I think of like that cleansing action that rain provides, this can have a lot to do with, again, those things that no longer serve you or that are actively toxic to you that you're hanging on to in your life that you need to cleanse from your life. Okay, so we'll come back to that as we get more cards on the table. Like I said a million times already. Let's move on. We have Yin, okay, feminine energy. It's that creative, passive energy. Emphasizing, I think, a focus on emotional healing, okay, as well as meditation, reconnecting to your inner self, your higher self, reconnecting to your intuition and spirit, and aligning yourself emotionally and spiritually in that way. It's not so much about taking action, okay? It's more about doing the internal work that needs to be done so that you can continue to move forward and grow. Next we have, Observer, okay? So you need to observe. Okay, you need to observe yourself, your environment, your situation. You need to observe your relationships. You really need to stop and take a good look at where you're at, how things are going. There's a lot here about awareness, how you need to be more aware of your situation in general, I think. And I think there's also an element here of being aware of your own feelings in this situation. You may be the type who's really good at kind of like dissociating from your feelings, shoving them away, burying them deep down and ignoring them or putting them off for later. And so there could be things going on around you or in your life that truly are bothering you, or that they don't make you feel good necessarily, so you kind of shut your feelings off. And these are the things that you need to become aware of. These are the things that you need to actively acknowledge. Otherwise, that Hanged Man is going to stay in reverse. Okay. And then last card from our theme cards that I have here is No Place Like Home. This actually came out in Scorpio as well, so that's very interesting. If you are close to a Scorpio, if you live with a Scorpio, or you have a Scorpio in your family, this could kind of tie those two readings together, but it brings the focus back to home, focusing on home life, family life, your close relationships, family relationships. If you are, married, or not necessarily married, but if you have a partner that you live with, if you have kids, then you may be called to focus more attention on those relationships, nurturing those relationships, spending time in those relationships, allowing yourself to focus your energy on your home life. Okay, maybe it's about your physical space, your actual physical home, maintaining your home. Maybe you need to declutter. Maybe you need to just make your home a more welcoming environment for yourself as well as your family. No Place Like Home could also be referring to getting back to your roots. Okay, maybe some of you guys are going to, if you're not living in the place that you consider home, then perhaps some of you guys will be going back to your home to visit or to stay. A lot of people have been moving lately, so that is a possibility as well. Getting back in touch with your roots, getting reconnected to your sense of home wherever that may be. Okay, it could also be referring to some of you guys may be getting a new home, again, moving to a new home, but it doesn't have to be long distance or anything. Establishing a home for yourself as well and making it feel like home, okay, making it comfortable. So that's a lot. It's a lot that I just said right there, but we'll get a little more details. And then it will all tie together. So now I'm going to pull a couple cards from my Astro deck to give us an idea of what outside energies may be influencing you at this time, or influencing your situation or the people around you. Obviously, it's going to be energies that are relevant to you at this time. Often I like to see these as energies that are available for you to take advantage of, okay, to make your situation a little bit easier. Energy that you can work with to continue to grow and move forward and achieve your goals. So we have Sagittarius, Voyager, enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest. Let's see what else does it say. Experimental, lucky, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, self-righteous. Okay, so you might be traveling. I know I said a lot, and you're like, that's what you got from that, traveling? Yes. Yes, it is. You might be traveling, or you may have the opportunity to travel. And that could be something that really allows you to get out of your element and kind of open up an opportunity for you to spend some time in reflection. Let's say you're going on vacation or you're going on a little road trip. This could be something that helps you in your emotional and mental development and spiritual development, as well as getting out and seeing the world or whatever you're doing. But I can also see this being about being adventurous, okay, kind of entails being open to new experiences, being open to trying new things, being open to living a different way, trying a different lifestyle, being open to change and being adaptable, okay? So you may be called to open yourself up to a change in your lifestyle, or making these major changes. Whatever the Hanged Man in reverse is about for you guys, whatever it is that you need to release and let go of, okay, Sagittarius energy would help you in that process of letting go and moving in a new direction, okay, give you that sense of adventure, that appreciation for spontaneity that could really get you out of a rut and moving forward along your authentic path again. So let's see what else we've got for you guys. What else do we have for Capricorn? We have third house, perceptions, speech, thoughts, social media, excursions, dating, siblings, research, street life, circulation, discussions, surroundings, and sociability. Okay, communication. Communication is key. Some of you guys need to just get yourself out there and talk to people and start socializing again. And I know that's really hard to say right now, considering like how things with the thing that nobody wants to talk about. You know, it's hard to socialize. But there's the internet, there's Discord, there's phone calls, there's texting. I mean, there's ways to kind of put yourself out there and start reaching out to other people and finding a way to make those human connections again. So some of you guys may have been isolating recently, kind of isolating yourself, which does make sense. And actually, that could be what the no place like home thing is about too. Some of you guys may be isolating yourselves at home and not really putting yourself out there, which is fine and good. It's always good to rest, recuperate, keep yourself in, you know, a safe, comfortable environment for reflection and self-care, things of that nature. But with Sagittarius and the third house coming out together, you're kind of being asked to be brave and really put yourself out there. Try new things, communicate with people, say what you're thinking, say what you're feeling, okay? Put yourself out there, basically, is what I'm getting at here. Let's see what else we got. We get one more. I said one, but it gave me two. We have, okay, Mercury. Communication, what was I just saying? Words, thoughts, analysis, information, learning. Okay, and we have the student as well. So there's something to be learned, something to be gained by switching things up, by being a little more adventurous, by trying something new, by being open to a new path or a new direction or just even a new perspective. Okay, then the next card that we have is Scorpio, and I think it's so funny that this is coming out because No Place Like Home came out in the Scorpio reading. So some of you guys are going to be like closely tied to a Scorpio, or you're just in very similar energy with them. But transformative, intense, passionate, secretive, thorough, obsessive, intimate, primal, deep, eternal, resourceful, mysterious, regenerative, compulsive, destructive, and manipulative. These are all the associated words with the Scorpio energy, but I see this mainly as being transformational or transformative energy for you guys. There are changes that you need to make, that you need to implement in your life to get back on your path and to get moving forward again. Okay, with that Hangman in reverse, whether you want to recognize it or not, some of you guys are stuck. Okay, you're stuck, and I think that you're stuck because one, you didn't learn your lesson when you, in the recent past. Whatever happened in the past that happened to teach you something, it's like you didn't get the takeaway from it that you should have. And I think that it's not that you missed the lesson. I think that you caught it very well. I just think that, you know, you were very comfortable in your way of doing things, your way of thinking. You're very comfortable in your routine, and you don't want to change it. You don't want to, you know, you don't want to try something new. You want to just keep trying the thing you've been trying with the hope that eventually it'll work. But you're really being encouraged here with the cards that have gone on the table to change things up, to finally take that initiative, take that first step to letting go of the things that are not working for you so that you can move forward and discover things that will work for you, that will help you flourish and blossom and grow and make progress, okay? That will open up doors to opportunities that you feel are closed to you right now. All right, there's something in your sphere, something in your routine, something in your lifestyle, something about your perspective at this time, okay, that is holding you back 100%. You have so much potential, especially with the gem, okay? The gem represents you and your beauty, your brilliance, okay? You're probably very intelligent. You're certainly very intelligent. Let's be real. You're absolutely a smarty pants. You're beautiful. You're talented. You're practical. You're down to earth because you're a Capricorn, and that's how that rolls. So you have a lot of potential. You have limitless potential. And you have a lot of possibilities available to you. You just can't take advantage of them until you drop the baggage, okay? Or until you make the decision, the clear and committed decision to release what no longer serves you and move forward, you know, into the unknown, into a new way of being and thinking and doing. So I'll quit rambling on that. We'll go ahead and pull some tarot cards to see what other information we can get for you guys. We're starting out with the Nine of Cups. This is a wish card. This is happiness. This is very positive. This is you getting something that you want. Something that you've been wanting, something that you wish for. This is something, you know, this is satisfaction. What's the word I'm looking for? When you're starts with a C. Contentment. It's contentment. Okay. Let's see what else we got. I'm actually going to clarify that. I keep wanting to move on before I clarify. Let's clarify that Nine of Cups, please. Okay, we've got the Four of Swords. Okay. So you want happiness. You want comfort. You want cohesive, tight, close-knit relationships. Okay. You just want to be happy and you want to enjoy your time. You want to be secure and you want to be successful. But you need to rest. You need rest. Okay. And that's another thing about that Hanged Man being in reverse, this stuck energy, that always happens for a reason. You always get stuck when you need to get stuck because changes need to be made, and it's not easy. It's not easy to make those necessary changes. So Spirit, lovingly and compassionately, gets you stuck so that, you know, if you're not going to do it for yourself, if you're not going to stop and take time for yourself, then Spirit will help you achieve that somewhat forcefully by putting you in a situation where you are stuck and you have nothing better to do than to rest, recuperate, reflect, and process anything from the past and any baggage. And also because we have observe up there, remember, so also it's an opportunity to observe the state of things as they are in your life. And then reflect on that and be honest with yourself about it. But the Four of Swords, primarily, this is going to be about rest and recuperation, taking care of your body, getting enough sleep, getting on a good, healthy schedule to prepare you for what comes next. Okay, so you've got things coming your way. You have interesting new possibilities that you're going to be able to take advantage of, that are going to bring new things into your life in the near future. You have to be rested up and ready for that, to rock and roll when the time comes, right? You want to be able to put as much of yourself as possible into these new adventurous opportunities. So you need to rest. Rest and take care of yourself, okay? So I'm going to move on from that for now. See what else we've got. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. I want to say this came out for Scorpio too, but I could be wrong. That could have been for somebody else, but I don't know. Energies right now are very similar for a lot of the signs. Like, I think that maybe it's like the celestial energy right now, whatever's going on up in the sky is like super intense, and it really is affecting a lot of people in similar ways. But the Ace of Wands, this is a new passion, a new creative spark within yourself, a new idea, something for you to create, something for you to manifest, something that motivates you, something that like makes you feel excited about it. Okay, this is something new, and it's gonna be born out of your brain, and it's gonna be all yours. Okay, but it's gonna be an endeavor. It's going to be something that's going to take your time, take your energy. It's going to take some planning, all right? Which is why we go back to that Four of Swords for a second, okay? I also think that in this time of reflection, in this time of stillness that is being afforded to you so kindly by the universe, that you're going to have this time to really develop this new idea, and make plans, right? Careful planning in order to manifest that which you want. You always want to have room for unpredictable factors, for things to change when you don't expect it. but it's always good to have kind of like a base plan, okay? So, and if you have a plan for this new idea, this new thing that you want to create, manifest, then it kind of helps you to stay on track and helps you feel more encouraged to commit and complete whatever this this new ace is referring to. Okay, so I'm going to clarify that ace real quick. Okay, we've got the King of Wands that came out. There it is. So this is the mastery of your willpower, right? This is you mastering your ability to manifest whatever you want, whenever you want. Your ability to properly use your time, your energy, your resources to create. Okay, this is mastering your creative abilities. And then we have the Three of Swords in reverse. It came out alongside that King of Wands. Okay, so Three of Swords being that hardship, or some kind of betrayal, something that broke your heart, something that really hurt you, and kind of scarred you. Okay, the Three of Swords, it's just a minor arcana card, but it is still like, it can be a very destructive force in your life. It is something that has had a profound effect on you. It has changed you forever. It may be something that's kind of like hardened your heart. I know we talked earlier a little bit about, this ability that you may have to dissociate from your feelings, which is why you have to observe. You have to like reconnect to your emotions, to your feelings. The place where that hurt is, that you need to reconnect to, is the same place where your creative energy lives. Okay, your broken heart and your creative heart, they're both in the same house, and you have to enter that house. And in order to fully confer with one, you have to contend with the other. So I think that this Three of Swords is what that Rain card is referring to. Okay, and I think it is whatever the Hanged Man in reverse is about. It's what you're avoiding dealing with. Okay, is this pain from something that happened in the past? Could be something that was done to you by somebody else. It could be something that's very traumatic, and something that is still very difficult and upsetting for you to think about and deal with. But you have to, and you can, you really can. You are strong enough. The Student card comes out, to really emphasize the fact that everything that happened to you up until this point, this Three of Swords moment, whatever it was, happened to you for a reason, to teach you something very important about yourself. Okay? And you have to be able to take the lesson and then forgive the past and release it so that you can move forward. You know what I mean? You can't ever undo it. You can't forget it, and you shouldn't. But you can't continue to carry it with you, because it holds you back and it weighs you down. So there is some kind of painful thing from your past that you really have to face up and deal with. I think it's something that you've probably put off dealing with for a long time. Maybe even convinced yourself that you'd already dealt with it and that you're over it now and it's in the past and you're moving on. But you clearly are not. You clearly have not moved on. It is still holding you back in some way. And it's going to be, it's a wound. It's a wound, and you're going to have to open it back up in order to dive deep into it and sort it all out. So that's a painful process. It's not easy. It's not simple, but it is so worth it. If, depending on what it is, some of you guys may benefit from working through that with someone else, with someone that you trust, with a professional, with a really close friend, or a spiritual leader, or not leader. Whoa, let's go back a second. Spiritual advisor. Okay. Spiritual mentor. Not a spiritual leader. That's not what I meant to say. Okay, so we'll go ahead and move on from that for now. I think I've got the basic point out for that. You gotta deal with what you gotta deal with. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. So we have the Nine of Swords. So this is worries, fears, and anxieties. This is what keeps you up at night. This is something that's bothering you. This is something that's haunting you. But what I really love about the Nine of Swords, and I really do love the Nine of Swords, is because it's always something that is not as scary and as bad as we think it is. Okay? It's usually a fear that is unfounded, or a fear that is irrational, or a fear that you know, simply does not hold any water. So to me, when the Nine of Swords comes out, it tells me, yes, you have anxiety. Yes, you're scared. Yes, it keeps you up at night and you're worried about it. But it's actually something that you can overcome. It's not bigger than you. It's not something that's going to wreck your life. It's not the end of the world. It is very much something that you can tackle and overcome. You just have to have that confidence in yourself and your ability to do that. And then the last card that we have to clarify that Nine of Swords is the Queen of Pentacles, which this again also is coming out for a lot of people, which is fabulous. I love that. I love her. Okay, so you have these anxieties, these worries, these fears, and these are regarding money. Okay, your ability to manifest money, your ability to manifest abundance, your ability to provide for yourself. We have the no place like home. So this could be anxieties and fears and worries over, you know, having a home or maintaining or creating a home or paying your bills or, you know, having your own home. Something that has to do with like your security and your stability financially. But this could also have to do with any kind of business that you may be starting, service that you may provide. You know, some of you guys may be working for yourself. Actually, that makes sense too. Working from home, no place like home, Queen of Pentacles. So some of you guys may want to start working for yourselves, and you have a lot of anxiety about doing that because you don't want to go from a sure thing to an unsure thing, right? So you have a sure thing that it's not, you know, you may not have a lot of room to move up or down or sideways, but it is a paycheck. And then you have this possibility of working for yourself, doing your own thing, doing something that you love, and manifesting, you know, boundless abundance for yourself. However, there's always going to be that voice in the back of your head that's like, but what if it doesn't work? But what if I fail? But what if it doesn't happen for me? You know, what if it takes too long? So you really have to kind of be practical about the decisions that you do make, but you should never not try something simply because you're afraid it won't work, obviously. And with Sagittarius and Scorpio here, this is some very intense energy, okay? It's a dominant energy, in my opinion, where it's just, it really like encourages you to put yourself out there, to try new things, okay? So if you have a new thing you want to try, I feel like this is really encouraging you to try that new thing after you clear your energy, cut any toxic ties that you may have in your life, and you know, clean up your lifestyle, take care of your body, and drop your baggage, which I know is not as easy as it sounds, but it's worth it. Okay, so I'm gonna pull a couple cards from this deck here, Wonders and Witches, and this is just an additional layer of clarification or confirmation for the tarot cards before we move on to the advice portion of this reading. Okay, so first I'll pull a card to just give a little more clarity on the Nine of Cups and the Four of Swords. Okay, let old bones lie. Let it be. Okay, something needs to be let go. What have I been saying this whole time? I'm not gonna harp on that. It's pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and clarify that Ace of Wands with the what is that? King of Wands and the Three of Swords. All right, we have Gypsy Wanderer. Okay, so this could be referring to that adventurous Sagittarius energy that we've been talking about. But there is a flip side to that energy, that Wanderer card, where it's like perhaps you feel directionless, kind of lost, feel like you're just wandering around and you're not really achieving anything. But the whole point of wandering is discovery, and learning. So even if you're just wandering around for a little bit, it's not a waste. A lot of people really like to be able to like set a goal, have an end goal in mind, and then everything they do works towards that goal, and that's it, which is fair and practical, very earthly. However, sometimes you take the scenic route because it's just, you learn more. You observe more. Observe, right? Let's see, where is it? Observer, okay? So maybe you're being called to take the scenic route, to expand your horizons a little bit, expand your perspective on yourself, the world around you, and what's available to you. Alrighty. Now I'm going to clarify that Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. We have shadow, inner conflict. So a little bit of shadow work is called for here, but that does not surprise me because of the Three of Swords, okay? And the Hangman in reverse, of course. So some of you guys have a lot of work to do internally on yourselves, so that you can move forward, so that you can release the past, so that you can do good things for yourselves. So look into that. Look into shadow work and different things that you can do. And if you're listening to this and it resonates and you would like me to do a shadow work reading or shadow work pick a card reading, leave a comment saying that you want that, because I've really been thinking about doing that and I feel more compelled to do it now that I've seen that card. So I'm going to pull a card now from the LQ Oracle. This is the She Who Oracle. It's she who does this or she who does that. I love these cards. They're beautiful. And even though they are feminine, even though it's she, it does not apply only to women, okay? Any gender, this card applies. Okay, we have Perpetua, she who aches, sadness, solitude, silent, and withdrawal. You have baggage, my dude. You have things that you need to attend to within yourself. You have wounds that need to be taken care of, that you have not taken care of. Okay? Perpetua, being in that perpetual state of pain and sadness. You can't maintain that forever, you know? And it really is coming up now in this reading, like hardcore. There's a huge emphasis on you attending to these wounds right now. So I don't care what other ideas you have, what other projects you got going on. I don't care what you have going on. I mean, I do care. But in terms of like this healing, that's priority number one, okay? Is getting the help that you need to heal those wounds. But that's also going to require opening them up and acknowledging them and observing them and being honest with yourself about whatever is going on, okay? Because recognizing it and calling it out as what it is going to be a big step in helping you release it, okay? Because you can't let go and you can't release that which you have not acknowledged. So, alrighty. We'll move on now to the Illuminated Earth Oracle. This is a part of the reading where I interpret all the cards that come out as advice for you moving forward. What advice do we have for Capricorn, please? Water. Okay, so you're going to want to go with the flow right now. It's this old quote. Somebody else told me about it, so I don't remember what it is exactly, but be like water, you know, take whatever shape you have to take to flow, to go with the flow. But also water connects to our intuition, to our emotions, okay? So emotional healing, definitely implied by the water card. Focus on water. And actually water, and we have rain as well. So cleansing, spiritual, emotional, physical, mental cleansing, clearing out any negativity, any gunk, any junk, anything that harms you, anything that's not good for you. Clear it out. That's what you need to focus on. Pull one more from this deck. Okay, we have structure. Okay, implementing a new structure in your life that works for you, that's healthier, that really kind of encourages that healthy free forward movement. Okay, next deck, advice. Okay, we have fall, okay, which is associated with fall harvest, okay, so reaping what you sow, basically. So this can be a reference to like the cycle of karma, kind of, if you have an understanding of, let me explain. So the things that you've done in the past, decisions you've made in the past, those are probably going to be coming full circle right about now or in the near future. Hopefully it's positive. There's always something to be learned. It's good to make sure that you're having a positive mindset on anything that arises, especially if it's something that's due to past actions, because again, it's all about gaining wisdom. It's all about learning. So the Fall card could be perceived as positive or negative, depending on what you've set up for yourself in the recent past. I think that this is really about you clearing up any old karma that you carry from the past, which is tied to this Three of Swords energy, okay? Dealing with the consequences of any actions or mistakes that were made in the past, enjoying the benefits and the reward for all of the good, amazing, productive choices that you've made in the past. And that, too, is going to serve as inspiration and encouragement to you to continue moving forward on a better path when you're able to see the results of the positive changes that you're making in your life. I think that there are already things that have gotten better for you, things that are looking up for you. And it may be that you keep yourself busy enough to not really notice, but even if you're stuck at the moment, you've still made a lot of progress. Especially since you moved away from this Three of Swords energy. Whatever happened with this Three of Swords, you have done a lot of growing in that time, okay? And so I think the Fall card kind of comes in to kind of ask you to stop and reflect on self and look back and see how far you've come, how much you've changed, okay? And then evaluating, if we want to relate this back to crops again, evaluate the yield of your crop and whether or not it's, it's enough or it's too much, or what you need to do to make changes that give you the results that you want in the future. I hope that made sense. I feel like it was a little circular, but we got one more from this deck and then we'll move on to the next one. There's only 3 more, don't worry. Okay, so we actually have 2 more from this deck. We have Star. Okay, so a star, it's the center of like a system, and it also is representative of, I think, you as a unique individual, powerful being. Okay, and then of course, if you associate it with the tarot card, the star, this is also about guidance and hope. Finding your North Star, which is actually going to be deep within yourself. Okay, and you can find that guidance, or you can rediscover that guidance within yourself through what I was already talking about, clearing yourself of any negativity, being able to release the past, and being able to get back in touch with your emotions and your intuition. It's going to be a game changer for you guys. But all in all, it's all about having hope. Okay, having hope for the future. And also, I think with the star, you have all these things orbiting it. What's in your orbit right now? Who's in your orbit? What is in your orbit? This is another thing for you to observe, and whether or not it's good for you, and whether or not you need it, and whether or not you should keep it. And then the last card from this deck that we have is Watershed. Okay, so this is going to be what supports you. This is your resources. This is a card that comes out to let you know that you have what you need to do what you need to do. So no more putting it off. No more assuming that you can't. Don't sell yourself. I can't go through this healing process because then I'll have to do this and this and I won't be able to. Don't worry about it. You're taken care of. You have what you need. As long as you're doing the work that you need to be doing, Spirit is going to make sure that you are supported. Okay, and the people in your life who love you are going to make sure that you are supported. And making these positive changes within yourself and in your life is also going to lead to more abundance, which is what this is about as well. Okay, so you have resources available to you to, do this healing on yourself and to achieve the goals that you're going to make for yourself in the future, right? I buried it, but don't forget we have the Ace of Wands on there. That's a new idea. That is something, some new creative opportunity available to you that you are going to come up with. You're going to conceive of it. You're going to plan it. You're going to do the work, and you're going to manifest it. You're going to make it real. You're going to take it from your brain and you're going to turn it into a physical, real thing with results. And the cards are coming out to tell you that you have everything that you need to do that. All you need to do is release this trauma, this heartache, this pain, whatever it is. You have to process it so that you can release it, so that you can move forward. So now I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Earthbound Oracle deck. Any additional advice? Okay, resistance. This is you. This is you right now. This is that Hangman in reverse. You're in a state of resistance. And the question is why? Is it out of fear? Okay. Are you afraid of what it'll feel like to go through it? You know? Are you just afraid of change? Why are you resisting? Okay. Water comes out. Water does not resist. Water just flows. You're being called to be more like water and less like a rock. So really look deep within yourself to find what it is that causes you to continue to resist positive changes that Spirit is trying to bring into your life. Okay, because these changes are going to make things better for you. They're going to make you a better person, a wiser person. They're going to make your life better for you, more enjoyable, more productive. There's so many good reasons to implement these changes, to stop resisting and to kind of surrender to Spirit, so the Spirit can work in your life in whatever way it needs to help you move forward. And then we have life. Okay, little bean sprout. Love that little bean sprout. It's one of my favorite cards ever. Okay, so this has to do with that Ace of Wands energy. This is new life. Okay, actually, there's a lot of like planting and seeds and sowing in this reading. Okay, you need to be mindful of the seeds that you are planting in your life, within yourself and externally in the world. You need to be aware of the energy you're putting out. You need to be aware of the energy that you are accepting into your life and into your environment, into your space. And then we go back to the rain. You know, what you water grows. So you want to take the positive things, you want to plant seeds of positive things for your future, and then you want to water them. You want to give them attention and nourish them and commit to them, and they will grow into something really beautiful for you in the future. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Roots and Wings Oracle Pocket Edition. See what we got here. And if you're curious about the cards that I use in my readings, I will be linking them. What else do we have for Capricorn? Okay, we have crafty. All right, you crafty little fox. Oh, I dropped another card. So you're gonna get an opportunity here to use your imagination to find a way to best use your resources to accomplish your goals and to manifest whatever this new idea is for you. I think this card is coming out to remind you that you are crafty, that you are very clever and very capable, and that you can really make whatever you want out of whatever you've got, okay? No such thing as a bad hand. You have, okay, well, I mean, technically, like, in general, that's kind of a shitty thing to say. But in this case, in your case, even if you feel like you've been dealt a bad hand, you've been dealt exactly what you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish, okay, to move you forward on your path, and you are incredibly intelligent and incredibly capable. You're capable. And if you are lacking in self-confidence, I just want to say it again. You are capable. You are powerful. You are strong. You are intelligent. And you got this. You can do whatever you want because you have that power. And then we have gratitude. Okay? And I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but I'll bring it up again. Making sure that you are being, that you are paying attention to not only the things that you need to change in your life to get better, but also remembering to have gratitude for those things that you already have. That sometimes become kind of like static noise. We forget it's there. We forget about the things that are going well for us. We forget about the things that are good for us, that nurture us, because they're always there sometimes. And that could be the case for you guys. You know, expressing gratitude in any way that you can, and it really like raises your vibration and just gets you in the right energy as well when you express gratitude, when you practice gratitude. So you have a lot to be grateful for, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. And I think when you get down, when you're having a hard time, when you get stuck in this Three of Swords energy, when it pulls you back in and tries to hold you down, okay, try to put yourself in a gratitude mindset. Okay, yes, this happened to me. Yes, that happened. Yes, I made that mistake. Yes, this horrible thing happened in my past. But look how strong it's made me. Look how much I've learned. Look how wise I've become through this experience. Okay? Be grateful for what Spirit has afforded you by, you know, putting you through those things. The universe, God, Spirit, whatever you want to call it. Okay? I really truly believe everything that happens in our lives happens to us for a very important reason. To teach us something that we need to know, that's something that's going to be relevant, I guess, and also relative, to our soul purpose, to our soul mission on this planet. Your authentic path, whatever it is that you're going to do in this life, you had to have those experiences to gain the wisdom that you are going to need in the future. And so maybe it's just about being grateful that you survived it and that you're still here today. Okay? Grateful for opportunities that will be available to you. Grateful for the support and the love and the positivity that you have in your life at this moment. Just practicing gratitude. Keep a gratitude journal, you know, or just do a little gratitude mantra in the morning and at night before you go to bed. Shit, maybe the gratitude card is coming out because it's fucking Thanksgiving. Because it is. It probably won't be by the time you see this, but it is. So I don't know. Thanksgiving can be important for you guys. But I'll move on from that. We'll go ahead and we'll pull our last couple cards of the reading from the Learning to Witch deck. I just love these cards so much. We have Jet to start out with. Clear blockages. Focus on pure goals. Okay. Cleansing, purity, clearing. It's something we've been talking about this whole time. That's just confirmation. Confirmation it's time to let some shit go. Alright, let's see what else we got for you guys. Okay, we have Shadow. Confront outdated patterns. Embrace whole self. Did we not already get this? Yeah, we did. We got Shadow here. We got Shadow twice. 2 shadows. So it's time to do some shadow work, my friends. It's not easy and it's not always fun, but man, is it, what's the word I'm looking for? Liberating. It's liberating. Absolutely. Alrighty. I think maybe I will do a shadow pick a card or something. I think I'll do that this week. Okay, and then we have Delight. Revel in self-confidence. Connect with play. Okay? And this I tie back to the gratitude card, you know? Acknowledge that which you have that you can enjoy, and dog started barking and it threw me off. Sorry. You know, acknowledge what good you have in your life and enjoy it. Focus on that. Okay. And also that element of self-confidence, which I was talking about a little bit ago. You know, have confidence in yourself and your ability to move forward, your ability to manifest that which you dream of manifesting. Encourage yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be compassionate with yourself. And I think too that at the very beginning we were talking about some of you guys need to like socialize. Okay? Some of you guys will really benefit from reaching out to friends, doing something fun, playing a video game, something that just kind of like helps you still your mind, decompress, you know, something something fun. Just have fun. Get your spirits up, dude. All right, and then we have silence, contemplate, listen for truth. This was a theme as well for you guys. I really do associate that with the yin card, as well as observe. All right, that's that shadow work. That's that deep reflection. You're going to find the answers you're looking for. You're going to find the key to unlocking the door to opportunity in silent self-reflection and stillness, meditation. Yeah. And then we have potential, exciting change, opportunity ahead. Okay, this is what you have to look forward to. This is what I'm saying. Like, there is some cool shit coming your way in the very near future, and you're going to create it. You're going to create it yourself, and you're going to have something that you can really be proud of. Okay, you just got to get to where you can start creating freely without any baggage or junk attached to you, right? With pure, good, positive energy that you can put into this creation. Okay, I'm going to pull one more. I just feel driven to. What do we have? One more for Capricorn, please. So it gave me 4. I'll take the first 2. Here we go. So we have Labradorite, strengthened intuition, ward against negativity, pretty straightforward. And they have take measure, assess all options, plan carefully to attain goal, which I was talking about planning and paying attention to details earlier as well. So all things we pretty much covered. It's just nice to have the confirmation. It's nice to, be repetitive from time to time. So yeah, just to tie this up for you guys, going back to the gym for a second, you're a diamond in the rough. Everything that's happened to you up to this point has happened to make you stronger, make you who you are, make you more wise. And I think that too, it's a maturation process. What you're going through right now, it's just part of like growing up. So some of you guys could be a little bit younger, but not necessarily. You are in a place in your life right now, though, where you really have to do some shadow work to clear negativity, whatever negativity may affect you. You have to do the shadow work to get to a healthier place of mind in order to, move forward and make the progress that you want to make, in order to get to a point where you can manifest whatever it is that you dream of manifesting, because you have the ability. You are perfectly capable. It's just that you can't carry that negative energy into that new chapter of your life. You have to release it. You have to process it, and you have to release. You have to let go. You have to surrender to spirit, and have faith in spirit, and allow spirit to come into your life to help you go through that process. So hang tight. Hang in there. Spend some good old time with yourself and your shadow to figure it out. Good luck. That's helpful, right? But yeah, it's hard work. It's hard work, and you got to do it. But we all have to do it at some point. And you are more than capable. You're strong enough. You're powerful enough. You got it in a bag. Trust yourself. All right? So, Capricorn, that's what I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed it, if it resonated, if you'd like to see more, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, notification bell, etc., etc. Leave comments in the comments if you want to comment. And that's all I got. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.